All right. I want to start off by saying Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who rule well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want to ratazah. It'll be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Quadash. And this lesson is going to be based upon the video that you see on the screen off of the BBC News. And it reads, let's hold on, Salakia. It reads, French oil refinery strikes cause petrol stations to run dry. Again, French oil refinery strikes cause petrol stations to run dry. It says strike action over pay and conditions has put 60% of oil refineries in France out of action. Again, strike action over pay and conditions has put 60%, that's more than half, of oil refineries in France out of action. Petrol stations are running out of supplies, especially in the north of the country. The French government has been forced to tap fuel reserves, but ministers insist that the people should not panic. Because what you see happening all around the world is the people are tired of the bullshit, man. They're tired of being oppressed. They're tired of not making enough. They can't keep up with the cost of living. All right, they're tired of not earning a fair wage. They're being overworked. Why? Because the wicked is ruling, which I'm gonna get the scriptures. But yeah, and that's the theme throughout the world. A lot of strikes, a lot of uproars of the people, like the Lord said, man. Beautiful times, which is ultimately going to lead to sedition. All right, they're gonna lash out against their government, their leaders, But what's going on, as you can see, it says the French government has been forced to tap fuel reserves, but ministers insist that people should not panic because it's a controlled collapse. They're collapsing this system, right, to usher in a new world order, a new way of governing, a new way of buying and selling, which is we keep telling you is going to be digital. It's going to be spearheaded by the Karagma, the RFID microchip, the MOTB, right? All roads are leading to the Karagma, but they want to control the collapse. It's a controlled collapse. They saw what happened during the Great Depression, how everyone made a run on the banks, you know. They don't want people to panic, okay? Not yet, anyways, not yet, but it's coming. It's coming, okay? Beautiful times that we're living in. So it says, let's read a couple comments. It says, looking at cost of living, this strike cannot be blamed or criticized. Another one says, it's unfortunate that we make each other suffer so that maybe we can get more and more and more. Hey, their desire is as hell. They can never be satisfied, And it says it's unfortunate that we make each other suffer so that maybe we can get more and more and more until it's never enough, while those in charge sit back, laugh, and get rich. Yeah, because we know the so-called 1% control everything. All right, the wicked elite, they control everything. All right, and they've designed a capitalistic world where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Okay, you see, you will own nothing and be happy. That's what the end game is. All right. So it says somebody else says more price hikes. Exactly what's going to happen. Supply and demand. All right. Beautiful times. Hyperinflation is setting in. Beautiful times, man. Beautiful times. It's going to be famine, shortages of goods, products. Beautiful times. So I'm not going to make it long. Straight to the point. Let's read a couple scriptures. Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, who is the righteous? Starts with Yahweh, his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, and then we're joint is with Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Yasharallah. Okay, and that's what we're looking for, new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, where there's a just ruler, a righteous ruler, you see? That's what we're looking for, But hey, in order to get to that kingdom, we're gonna go through much tribulation, and we're at the door of it. Okay, we're at the door of Jacob's trouble. All hell hasn't broken loose yet, but you can see this place is holding on by a thread. Okay, these people are holding on by a thread. All right. So it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, and even the heathens. When Yahweh Shai sets up his kingdom, they're going to be happy, man. They're going to be good. Why? Because it's going to be a just ruler. We ain't going to be doing no wickedness, man. You know? They're going to go, the heathens, they're going to go back in their lands, the lands that Esau, Edom stole. He removed the borders, the ancient borders, so the people are going to be rejoicing, man. Okay? You know? It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. Okay, per Malachi 1 and 4. All right. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. All right. So it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. You see? And that's what's going on. You can see the people are mourning, and they're tired. They're tired of the bullshit. They're tired of it, man. They're tired of this oppressive, capitalistic system, society, you know, you know. So hey, that's how we know the end is nigh. This is this you can read Matthew 24, but I want to read it in Mark. Let's start at Mark 13, and I'll start at 4. It says, "Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled?" And Yahushua answered them, and Yahushua answering them began to say, "Take heed, lest any man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach," anointed, right? The Spirit is with me, the Lord is dealing with me, It says, "and shall deceive many false prophets, many antichrists, But it's your job to discern between the righteous and the wicked. It's your job to search the scriptures to see if things we're saying are true. It's your job to be fully persuaded, all right? Do your own due diligence. Don't just blindly follow anyone, okay? Yahweh Yahushua gave you a brain in your head and all the tools to figure this thing out, man. All right. So it says, "And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars," right now North Korea just shot off some more missiles again. South Korea shot off missiles also. You got the brewing in Ukraine. Like, that's the times that we're living in. Nothing but wars and rumors of wars. Okay. And it's been so, but it's been intensifying. Why? Because we're at the door of the third woe also. The third world war. All right. Everything the Lord said is coming to a head. All right. So, and when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, right, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. Because it's certain things got to play out, i.e., the mandatory implementation of that RFID microchip, all hell breaking loose, the famine, society collapsing, the devil coming down with great wrath, Jacob's trouble. It says, "And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet." It's close, it's nigh, but it's not yet. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." And you see it, man, more and more. That's the common theme in all these nations around the world, protesting, striking, uproars of the people. "For nation shall why? Because the wicked is bearing rule, and that's beautiful times. "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, all over the place." You see this place being riddled with earthquakes, storms, pestilence, and there shall be famines. You see famine setting in. You can see shortage of goods, all throughout the world. All right. It's going to be and not just food, but also resources. Shortage of lumber, shortage of steel, shortage of so-called chips. Now it's a shortage of petrol, gas. You see, lack of resources. It says, "And there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. But take heed," the beginning of Jacob's trouble. "But take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up." For that's the point. That's the point. That's the point. Matter of fact, I keep reading Salakia. It says, "But take heed for yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, And in the synagogues ye shall be beaten, and ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, right? Shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, right? We're going to be we're going to be persecuted. We're going to be demonized. We're going to be thrown in concentration camps. Some of us are going to be beheaded. Some of us are going to be martyrs. Why? Because of the gospel, right? This word, this good news that we've been pushing, okay, of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and he's how he's going to destroy this wicked ass kingdom, all right? And ye shall be brought before rulers and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them. And the gospel must first be published among all nations, right? And that's what's happening. This word has went out throughout the four corners of the earth, chiefly through the unicorn, all right? The internet is doing the heavy lifting, like the elder apostles always said, all right? So we know the end is nigh. You can see the end is manifested, all right? The doors of mercy are about to quickly slam shut. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Let's see, 6. I started 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part and asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? The end of Esau's kingdom and the beginning of our kingdom. All right. And our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. All right. A righteous kingdom. All right. Then answered I and said, what shall be the part and asunder of times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? The end of an age, a world, an eon, a particular, rulership, kingdom. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau, the so-called white man, for Esau is the end of the world, this age, all right, this eon, this particular kingdom, rulership. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau is the wicked, Jacob is the righteous. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra, asked thou not. Let's jump down some. Salakia. Let's start to jump down to verse 18. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And that's what's happening. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is visiting the world that he made daily. His judgment is pouring out, man. A lot of death. You can see the Lord's work. He's working a beautiful work. You see, but you ain't seen nothing yet. There's still mercy. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, their unrighteous decrees, man. Esau, Edom. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled. And we're at the end. This is our last bid. This is our last bid. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see altogether. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women, it says, the woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And you see that, more and more these children are. You can see these so-called. They call them pandemic babies. They're raising their heads straight out of the womb. They're speaking much younger, walking much younger, and not to mention a lot of that's talking about premature children being born, and surviving. We're in them times. We've been in them times, but it's we're drawing closer and closer to the end. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. We're coming into that time, man. The grinding is about to get low again. All right? You see? About to see a lot of famine, a lot of lack of resources, man. And the people are going to lose it. The people are going to lose it. It's going to be a dark, cold winter. All right? And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall be suddenly found empty. A lot of strikes, so that supply chain disruptions. You see, you see, beautiful times. You can see where everything is leading to Jacob's trouble. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. And it says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, because the love of many is going to wax cold, because iniquity is abounding, and also for the lack of bread, the lack of resources. This is going to be sedition, fighting, class wars, race wars. Domestic violence. All manner of hell in the streets. Evil times. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape. And that's why we're given diligence, to make our calling and election sure. Okay, you see, we want that hedge around us, that the wall, that force field, that protection, man. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. Because it's gonna get nasty, man. It's getting nasty. It is nasty out there, but you ain't seen nothing yet. It says, whoever remaineth, because we're going to go through the fire. We're going to go through Jacob's trouble, but we're going to be saved out of it. But two parts shall be cut off. Two-thirds of Israel are going to die, man. They're going to die, man, grievous deaths, because they refuse to repent. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. You see? That's the point. I'll read a little bit more. I'll read a little bit more. It says, and the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. Because Yahushua said that there be some men standing here that shall not taste death. We're going to be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. The Lord is going to, Yahushua is going to preserve us, man. And then when the missiles are about to pelt the Babylon the Great, Yahushua is going to beam us up in that chariot, man. And then this mortal shall put on immortality. We're going to be changed in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, man. Beautiful times. Adawan and Ratazah, we be of that number, man. The hopeful elect. That's our hope, man. We're prisoners of hope. We're prisoners of Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay? And our redemption is nigh, baby. Victory is nigh. You can taste it. And boy, does it taste sweet. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth. And the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned into another meaning. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures of Yahushua, his laws, statutes, and commandments, his ways, all right? This gospel, this good news, As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. And that's what we're looking forward to, man. We can't wait for it. We're hastening that day. I don't want to Ratazah, like I said, we be of that number. So, hey, man, keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Victory is nigh. We're close. We're close, baby. We're close. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam yasharallah.